From the BzG studio in the Mission Dolores district, right in the heart of San Francisco, it's BzG News with Barrett Courtney.
Thank you so much. You in the Calvin Hobbes shirt. It's adorable. You're an adorable person right there. What's up, everybody? My name is Barrett Courtney, and this is BzG News. We have a very exciting show for you today. We will be debuting one of our regular portions of the show, which I'm very excited about. But first, let's talk nerdy. My hopes and dreams were crushed the other day when WB Games teased a big announcement earlier this week. I hoped to be news regarding a Batman Arkham collection, but instead it ended up being an announcement for a LEGO Star Wars Episode 7 game being released on June 28th for PS4, Xbox One, PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, and 3DS. Which I guess is cool, but still, guys, where's the Batman Arkham collection? Where is it? Over here, where is it? Where is it? Do you work for WB? Where the fuck is it? Ken has competition now since Batman is getting a Barbie doll. The upcoming toy has been released on Amazon with the price listing at $110. A Wonder Woman Barbie has also been shown with a Superman Barbie on its way. Bethesda has issued out a save the date. No, not for a wedding, but for its second ever E3 conference. It will again be held on Saturday evening, kicking off the week for E3. They haven't said anything about what they'll be talking about at their conference, but I have a few predictions. Best case scenario, we get maybe a Wolfenstein sequel and maybe a new Elder Scrolls announcement, which I know my boy Ricky Baldazan would be very, very excited for. Worst case scenario, Fallout becomes a yearly franchise and Rage gets a sequel. Some upsetting news came up this week when EA CFO Blake Jorgensen, or Jorgensen, depending on where you live, said that the Visceral and Amy Hennig's Star Wars game is still a few years away. Here we have actual footage of me reacting to this news when it broke.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Please, Visceral, Amy, just delay it all you want. I know you guys got to work on the game and make it perfect, but please just let it be a resurrection of Star Wars 1313. For the love of God, let it be that. In Sony news, the PS Vita's most recent update 3.57 has been causing problems with a lot of owners. There have been reports of the update causing problems with battery power and connections to the PlayStation Store. Sony has yet to respond to these reported problems, which leads me to believe a crazy theory that Sony is doing this on purpose to slowly kill off the PS Vita once and for all. Hashtag PS Vita Gate. Now, one of the biggest stories this week deals with the Fine Brothers. If the name sounds familiar to you, they're famous for their reacts videos on YouTube. Kids reacting to old cell phones, elders reacting to modern video games, etc. They recently tried to trademark the word reacts and create React World. Now, this was intended to be a new service in which other content creators could make their own Reacts videos in the same format of the Fine Brothers, where they bring in like a third-party outside source and have them experience something that they likely have never experienced before. In a sort of collaboration of sorts. It would be like you would make it and like they would also like own it and you guys would share all of this stuff together when you do that specific sort of format. The internet did not take it that way. The announcement for React World was so muddled and confusing and not well executed that everyone thought they weren't going to be able to title any of their videos reacts when they react to things, because usually the rest of YouTubers like ourselves here at BzG, we title our React videos, but they're really videos of us talking about like our reaction to a Suicide Squad trailer or our reviews mainly. That's usually what YouTubers use, is the word reacts. So, since the backlash was so great and crazy, and the original video got taken down at one point, the Fine Brothers decided to cancel React World, which, to be honest, sounded like an interesting idea, but it just wasn't executed well when they announced it. Now, let this be a lesson to all of you marketing people out there. No matter how much you think your product is great, no matter how much you believe in it, it won't matter unless you know how to sell it to the world. If you don't, no one is going to care. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our news for this week. But before we go, I would like to introduce a new segment of the show called Hankering Henry, where I ask Henry for sexual advice. Henry, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
The question I have for you today is, how do you start foreplay?
So the way that you start foreplay is that, so you're in the room with your lady,
Okay.
and what you do is you get a fork.
Okay, you get a fork?
And what you do with the fork is then you get the pie, and then you start eating the pie.
Okay, you eat the pie. I like eating pie.
Yeah.
Apple is my favorite.
Good. I like pumpkin. So you start eating that pumpkin pie, and eventually it's going to be like, yo, ready for today? Because this is when the loving happens. Then you get a second fork, and she starts eating the pie with you.
And that's foreplay?
Yeah.
That's foreplay. Thank you so much. With that being said, thank you so much for joining me for BzG News this week. Henry, thank you for answering my sexual
Don't touch
needs.
me, you slime.
Again, BzG News is up every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We talk about the nerdy news, rounded up all of the big weekly news for you. We wrap in a nice little bow and present it to you. So thank you so much for joining me this week. And until next week, have a great day and keep talking nerdy. Thank you so much over there. You ring guy, the nose ring and the guy ring. And you with the glasses, thank you so much. Oh, have a good one.